Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we got another MLB slate, so we're not going to waste any time. There's 15 games we're going to go over for this slate, so you guys know what to do. Before we get into the video, before we get into the recap of what happened yesterday, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with the video here at Earl Sports Bets. You can also follow us on our social medias at BetsEarl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram. We also have a Discord chat if you guys want to join that. The link to that is in the description of the video down below. And we also have merch if you guys want to help support the channel that way. The link to that will also be in the description of the video down below. Oh, we also have our contest. That's what I was forgetting.
You're currently looking at us.
I know. I was just making sure I was on the right page. Thank you very much. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Let's check our contest here. All you guys got to do is give out your best bets for each one of our videos. There's still 6 days left in this contest, so you can still put in your 18 plays now and potentially have a shot. You never know. Our leader right now is Andreas Monty at plus 900 or 910 9.10 units. Then Wheezy is second at plus 4.7. I just have those flipped. And then Katie Fisher in third. And all you guys got to do is give your best bet out in each one of our videos. It's free to do. So all you got to do is just leave us a comment down below. All right, quick recap of what happened yesterday. I went 2-3. Oakland got the job done for me, as well as Arizona and Atlanta over 8.5. And then our losses came with Arizona. So I basically split even on that Diamondbacks game yesterday. They were unable to make the full comeback, and they lost 5-4. Miami, they were up 1-0, and then they gave up a 2-run shot, lost the first 5. And then Toronto, Tampa Bay, first 5 under was done in the first inning. Thank you, Marcus Strowman. I'm 2-3, 55 and 49 on the year, 52.9%, up 14.7 units. Doing pretty good. What about you, Tim?
Yesterday was not really a good day. Got wins from Kansas City, Toronto, and San Diego. 2 of those were nice money dogs. Losers from Milwaukee, who forgot there was a baseball game. Cleveland, who was up 3-0 and then proceeded to not score anymore. Again, Philadelphia, who decided to blow in the bottom of the 9th. Miami, who decided not to do well. And then Toronto and Tampa Bay. I could tell that one was going to go over after the first inning when they're up 4-0.
All right. So you went 3-5 yesterday, 53 and 58, 47.7%, still up 1.45 units. But let's try to improve those numbers today with today's slate. I actually really like today's slate. I think there's some good spots on it. So let's get started right into it. We get the first matchup of the day. We get the Seattle Mariners and the Boston Red Sox, minus 188 for the Red Sox, plus 173 for these Mariners. Chris Fleckson takes on Nathan Iavaldi. And we'll start with you, Tim. Where are you looking at for this game?
This one's going to be overall a pass for me. Looking at Chris Flexon's numbers, he's actually pitching quite solid this year. Besides his one blunder against Minnesota, he's only allowed 6 runs this year on 16 innings, so he's actually having quite a decent year. Nathan Iavaldi, he's 3-1 this year, 3.04 ERA, and he has pitched pretty solid this year as well, minus giving up 4 runs against Chicago White Sox, but that was in 6 innings. So still, overall, both these guys are pitching pretty solid. If anything, I would lean slightly towards the Boston Red Sox today, but this one's going to be a no bet for me.
Yeah, for me, it's just probably a slight lean towards the Mariners here. They're still playing really well. They almost came back and won yesterday's game. And it would be more of a, if I'd have to play a bet in this game, it would have to be the over 9 here. These two teams have gone over in their last 2 games, both of them. And Boston is second in the MLB in runs scored, first in the MLB in batting average. So, I mean, these two teams also can hit pretty well. Mariners are putting up 4.3 runs per game, which is about midway through the pack, but they're still not a bad offensive team. So, it would probably be a lean towards the over, if anything, in this game. but I'm not getting any action on this one. It's just one I'm going to be staying away from for right now and seeing if we can get better value later in the day. But our next game we're going to be looking at here is the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers. Minus 111 for Kansas City, plus 101 for Detroit. Brad Singer versus Matthew Boyd. Over under of 8 runs for this one. And looking at this game, it's a slight lean towards the Tigers for me. I was looking at them at plus 110 last night, and then the line moved here, so I'm staying off of them. It would actually be more of a first 5 look for them. Let's see what Detroit first 5 is. It's a minus 103, so that's going to be a complete pass here. The main reason why I wouldn't bet them full game is, as you guys know, Detroit has an awful bullpen. They are worst in the league with a 6.21 bullpen ERA. It would also be probably a slight lean towards the under in this game. Detroit's gone under in 5 of their last 7 games, a 1-5-1 overall over-under record there. So, slight lean towards the under in this game and passing. What about you?
I'm going after the Kansas City Royals minus 111 in this game. Singer he hasn't pitched that well this year, but I definitely think he can have a good game against the Tigers. Looking at Matthew Boyd's, or more specifically, looking at Kansas City Royals numbers against Matthew Boyd, Whit Merrifield hits good off of him, 521 batting average. Dozier hits good off of him, 476 batting average and 21 at bats. Andrew Benintendi, 400 average on him after 10 at bats. Sandoval has a 321 average. Soler has a 333 average. All these guys have hit Boyd before, and I don't think it's going to be a problem again today. I got the Kansas City Royals in this one, minus 111.
All right. Our next game here is going to be the Minnesota Twins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Minus 194 for the Twins, plus 178 for the Pirates. We're getting Trevor Cahill versus Michael Pineda in this matchup. Where are you looking for this one?
I'm looking at a pass here. It's way too wide of a spread. I'm not going to lay the minus 194 on a Minnesota team that finally won a game. They're now 7-11. Still one of the worst teams in the league, and I can't lay minus 194 against them. And I don't trust Trevor Cahill, who's 0-2 this year with a 9.69 ERA. He needs to show a little bit more before I would even think about backing Pittsburgh and Cahill. This one's just overall a pass for me. If anything, a slight lean towards the over. But other than that, not really anything interesting there.
Yeah, this is one I'm not going to get any action in as well. Starting the video off of a good old 3 straight passes. But it's just I can't get on to any of these sides or totals for this game. This line is just way too wide in the Minnesota side. I do have this game priced at a minus 222, so I see slight value on these Minnesota Twins, but not enough to lay at minus 194. That's just nothing I'm planning on doing ever. But Pineda's looked pretty good this year. Maybe a slight lean towards the under in this game. Pittsburgh's gone under in the last 2 games, but this is going to be no action for me. I just don't see any value here. Our next game is going to be the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds. We're getting Wade Miley versus John Gant. You can get the Cardinals at minus 119. You can get the Reds at plus 109. Over under of 8 runs for this game. And there's a pretty simple spot. I'm going for this one. Actually, there's 2 spots you could go. And I'm choosing the total side. The Reds, they've lost their last 5 games. So the easy side is the Cardinals here at minus 119. But I'm going with the over here. I'm going over 8 runs at minus 115. This is just, and I actually bet this at plus 105 last night. But I like this over here. The Reds have gone over in their last 5 games. They're just playing like an over team right now. Their pitching stinks. Their bullpen's terrible. And they score runs. They're first in the league in runs scored. 6.05 runs scored, which is first. And then their bullpen's 5.66 ERA, which is 29th. Their team ERA is a 4.76, which is 26th. And then they're bringing in Wade Miley, who's looked okay. 2-1 record, 2.25 ERA, 0.75 WHIP, 14 strikeouts. But if there's anything we learned last year about Wade Miley is he can be blown up at any time. So, and then John Gant is not a pitcher that scares me off of unders as well. We're going over the total here. 8 runs between the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals. Where are you looking here?
I'm going to be taking your easy play, quote unquote. I'm going to grab the St. Louis Cardinals 119. Reds have just struggled like crazy lately. Where are they? They've lost 5 straight games, and I think, 9 out of their last 10 or something in that nature. Right?
They've won 3 of their last 7. They've lost their last 5 games.
Got it. They're just a struggling team and not a team that I want to bet on right now. I feel like St. Louis is the easy play to make, and I'm going to do it.
All right, our next game here is the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs, minus 108 for the Brewers, minus 102 for the Cubs. We're getting Adbert Alzolay versus Freddie Peralta. Your thoughts on this one?
I think this one's going to be a good comeback game for the Milwaukee Brewers. Peralta's a good pitcher, 2-0 with the 2 ERA this year. Milwaukee's going to come into this game pissed because they just got embarrassed yesterday, 15-2, and there's no way that I don't see that happening again. They're going to come out, they're going to perform, and you're going to see Peralta get his 3rd win of the year against the Chicago Cubs, who are finally going to show some regression after 5 straight wins.
Wait, it's 5 straight wins?
Is it 5 or is it 4?
I have 4 here.
Nope, it is 4. My bad. I thought there was an extra game in this series already.
Oh, good. But I was looking at this game, and one thing I was looking at, and I was saying, I'm not going against this Cubs team right now. They're finally learning how to hit. They're pitching really well. They've got a great bullpen, which is top 10 in the MLB. They're scoring runs now, which is something we weren't saying earlier when they were sitting in last place. They've gotten their team batting average up to 215. This is a team that started off the year having NL pitchers having a better batting average than them. This is a improving Cubs team. And I'm just going to ride the streak with them here until they lose. I'm taking the Chicago Cubs here, minus 102. I can see them being able to rattle off a few more wins before this streak is over. So give me the Cubbies. Minus 102. All right, our next game is a 4:05 game between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. We're getting Joe Ross versus Marcus Strowman in this game. Minus 174 for Strowman, plus 160 for Ross. Over-under of 8 runs for this game. And I am going with the under here in this game. Marcus Strowman has looked really good so far this season. He's 3-0 with a .9 ERA. He's given up 2 runs and 20 hits, 11 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's more of a contact ground ball pitcher, so I'm not expecting crazy strikeout numbers from Strowman, but he's looked really good so far this year, and they're forming a really good dynamic duo with DeGrom and Strowman on the top of that rotation. And I like the under here because both these teams are struggling to score right now. Mets are still 30th in the league with 3 runs per game, 3.44 runs per game for the Nationals, and they're 28th in the league. And this is a really good pitching staff for the Mets, and it's just their bullpen that scares me. I got this at 8.5 at minus 120 last night. I still don't mind it at 8 tonight. I feel like this is going to be another low-scoring game here. The Mets have gone under in their last 2 games. The Nationals have gone under in their last 3 games. So I'm going to continue riding these streaks, and we're going under the total of 8 runs between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. Where are you looking here?
I'm looking at a pass here. I'm not going to lay the minus 174. I don't lay minus big lines like that. But I remember last time we were talking about a matchup. Ross was in against Flaherty. There it is. I couldn't remember his name, but and we were talking about how both of them were pitching good, and Ross had a 0 ERA, and then Ross went and said, screw my ERA, and let up 10 runs in 4 innings. And then Strowman on the other side has been another dominant force. Honestly, he's looking really good and could be in considerations for like a top 5 finish in the Cy Young race if he keeps up this pace. Um, he's got 3 wins this year, and he's allowed 2 runs all year in 20 innings. Quite solid there. I do like Marcus Strowman, but I'm going to have to be passing on this game as well because I'm not going to lay the minus line, and I don't like the Nationals today.
All right, our next game here is the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Houston Astros. Minus 143 for the Astros, plus 132 for the Angels. Griffin Canning versus Jake Odorizzi. The total is 9. Where are you going for this one?
This one's going to be another pass. I know it's kind of boring, but it'll be a pass with a slight lean towards the Angels. I can't trust Jake Odorizzi right now until he actually proves something. He's 0-2 with a 10.57 ERA. Yes, ERA is a little bit skewed in the beginning of the year because one bad game can turn a 0 ERA into a 5 ERA. So I'm not really overly concerned about that, but I can't really trust him right now. Canning, 1-1, 5.68 ERA. If anything, maybe lean towards the over in this one, but I'm not really going to be betting this one either.
Yeah, you lean towards the over. I will bet the over here. I like the over in this matchup. These are two teams that are great hitting teams. The Angels are averaging 5.06 runs per game this year. The Angels are. The Astros are averaging 4.74 runs per game. Both those are in the top 10 in the MLB. With struggling pitching staffs, the Angels give up 4.82 runs per game, or have a 4.82 team ERA, 27th in the MLB. These are two bottom third bullpens, 18th and 20th between the two. And looking at it, the Angels have gone over in their last 3 games. The Astros have gone over their last 2 games. I'm just going to continue to ride the streak here. We're going over the total of 9 runs at minus 115. I like this price. I like this total. I'm going with that for this pick. Our next game here is going to be the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Indians. Minus 115 for the Yanks, plus 105 for the Indians. Over under 6 runs for this one. 6.5. Yeah, I read that quick. Garrett Cole and Shane Bieber for this matchup. And looking at this game, I'll lean towards the under here. I'm not getting involved in this game at all. It'd be a slight lean towards the Yankees, slight lean towards the under. I gave those both out as on picks and parlays yesterday, part of our show. But I'm not going to be getting to the window on them. I should have, if I wanted to, I should have gotten to the Yankees last night when they were around a minus 106. Now they're a minus 115. All the value is gone on them. And for the total, 6.5 choose to the under. I mean, 6.5 is 6.5 for a reason, but I'm not going to lay minus 120 on a 6.5 there. So it's going to be a pass for me for this game. Where are you looking here?
I actually added another play to my card, and I'm going to have 2 for this game. I'm going to have the Cleveland Indians money line, and I'm going to have the under 6.5. Garrett Cole and Shane Bieber have been pitching lights out this year. Garrett Cole has allowed like 3 runs in 19 innings, and Bieber has allowed 4 runs in 30 innings or something crazy like that. And this should be a very offensive game. I see the Cleveland Indians winning this one like 2-0. So I'm grabbing the Indians, I'm grabbing the under, and I'm ready to make some money on this one.
All right, and they actually just added in a game here. They just added in, I believe, right before our eyes here, the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays, which happens to be our next game. We get Robbie Ray versus Honeywell. Now, I didn't prepare for this game at all. Actually, I have a couple things written down for it, but I didn't get to.
You have Hung-Jin Ryu.
Yeah, they had Hung-Jin Ryu on MLB.com yesterday. So this is gonna be a pass for me. I need to look more into this game before I think about betting it. So I'm not gonna be involved in this one.
Oh no, you're probably looking at Sunday. They have Hung-Jin Ryu down for Sunday.
Okay, there it is.
No, this one's a pass for me. These two teams are pretty close. I leaned towards the under yesterday, and that didn't work. I went for the Blue Jays yesterday, which was quite nice. I don't see any value in this game. Tampa Bay, minus 112. I guess that's fine, but I would rather go towards the Toronto Blue Jays side, and with that one being only a plus 102. I don't see enough value for me to go after the Blue Jays today. I'm just going to be passing on this one.
All right. Our next game here is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks and the... Wait, no, they just added in this game now, too. Dallas Keuchel and the Chicago White Sox take on the Texas Rangers. Minus 150 for the White Sox. Plus 139 for the Rangers. And I didn't have any pitchers heading into this game, so I didn't know we were going to get a line for this one. But looking at it right from when it was released, slightly leaning towards the over here. I don't trust Kyle Gibson, and don't trust really Dallas Keuchel right now. So if anything, it would be a lean towards the over. And I don't know if I'm going to quite bet that, but for me, it's a pass at this moment. I need to look a little bit more into this.
Yeah, this one's a pass for me. I'm not going to be laying a minus 150 on the White Sox. I don't trust Gibson enough on the Rangers at a plus 137 or 39. I agree with the over. I think that one can definitely slide that way because Gibson has not been that good. I mean, Gibson's actually 2-0 with a 2.53, so I don't know really what we're saying here. Keuchel's the one that's a little bit more concerning. Yeah. But I'm not going to be betting this one.
Yeah, it's a pass for me as well. Our next game is the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Atlanta Braves. Minus 195 for the Braves. Plus 179 now for these Diamondbacks. And I feel like now I got a bad price on the Diamondbacks. I went with the Diamondbacks in this matchup. I'll go first here. This is a spot where these Diamondbacks continue to be grossly undervalued. And now you can get a plus 180. They've done pretty well. They've won, I believe, 4 of their last 5 games. They've looked pretty good doing it. They've also gone over in their last 4 games. I'm going to ride that over streak with Arizona here as well. Drew Smyly and Madison Bumgarner are 2 pitchers that don't scare me when it comes to an over. So I'm going over the total of 9 in this game. We're going with the dog here with the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 179.
I'm going to be passing on this one as well. I agree. The over 9 does look quite nice. If anything, I might bet that later, but I don't have faith in the Diamondbacks right now. They did lose yesterday, but they were on a good streak. I feel like Atlanta's starting to wake up a little bit. At a minus 195 for Drew Smyly, no, I'm not paying that price. This one's just gonna be overall pass for me. Real quick before we jump into the next game. The Oakland and Baltimore game. Baltimore's pitcher is still TBD, so we don't know what's going on there. If either of us are interested in betting that game, we'll send something out on Twitter. If we're not interested, you won't see anything, so don't worry about it.
All right, our next game here is going to be the Philadelphia Phillies and the Colorado Rockies. Minus 178 for the Phillies, plus 164 for the Rockies now. Over under of 10 runs for this game. What are you looking at for this one?
I'm very, very poor, but I'm going to be passing on this one. I gave out the over 10 or over 9.5 in picks and parlays yesterday, and then I gave the side of Phillies. I'm not laying a minus 178 on this one. Nola is a really dominant pitcher. Senzatella hasn't done that bad either. His ERA is a little bit high, but that's because he plays in Coors. So I'm not really putting too much stock into that. Overall, this one's just going to be a pass for me, and I got plays on the last 2 games, though.
Yeah, for me, this is going to sound weird. I'm going to ride the under streak of the Colorado Rockies. Yes, under streak for them. They've gone under in their last 4 games. I believe they pushed the game before that, and the game before that they went over by only half a run. This is a team in Colorado where they are going under their total, even at Coors Field, when these totals are being put up at 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5, and they're going under these totals consistently. So I like the under in this game. It's also going to be a slight lean towards the Rockies now. This line movement was dramatic overnight. Phillies were at minus 152 yesterday when we did our picks and parlays show. They're now minus 178, where value has now emerged on the Rockies. Not enough for me to bet it, but I'll lean towards the Rockies in this matchup. Senzatella is not the worst of pitchers. He's not off to a great start here, 1-3 with a 5.40 ERA. But this is a guy that, against Arizona earlier in the year, went 8 shutout innings, allowing 4 hits, against an Arizona team in Coors Field. He knows how to throw in Coors Field. I think we see an under in this game and a slight lean towards these Colorado Rockies. But our next game here is going to be the Miami Marlins and the San Francisco Giants. Minus 143 for the Giants, plus 132 for these Marlins. Pablo Lopez versus Kevin Gausman here. And looking at this game, it's going to be a slight lean towards these this under here, and no value now on either side. If you wanted the Marlins, you missed your line. That was last night. Money has come in on the Marlins. They've moved down from a plus 145-ish now to down to a plus 130-ish. So no value on the Marlins anymore. No value on the Giants either. I have this game lined at a minus 138 for them, which is still no value there. So slightly, if anything, to the under in this game, but I'm not getting involved here.
I'm going to get involved, and I still think the line's good enough for the Miami Marlins. Plus 132. I like Lopez. I think he's going to be able to have a good bounce back game. Gausman is pitching well for the Giants. I think this one's going to be a low scoring game. I think if the Marlins win, it's going to be like a 2-1, 3-1 game. And maybe see this one going under as well, but I'm not going to be betting the total for this one. I'm just going to be betting the Miami Marlins plus 132.
All right, heading into our last game here, we have the LA Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. We get Trevor Bauer versus Blake Snell in this game. Over under of 7 runs in this game. Minus 143 for the Dodgers, plus 132 for these Padres. Where are you looking in our last game of the night?
I'm looking at the San Diego Padres giving Trevor Bauer his first loss of the year. I like Blake Snell. I feel like this one should be able to be a good game for him. It's going to be another one of those low-scoring baseball, like playoff baseball type games. I see Snell having a better game than Trevor Bauer. I'm grabbing the San Diego Padres at plus 132, and they'll be able to get their third straight win against the Dodgers. Give me the Padres.
Yeah, this is where we're gonna end on a disagreement here. Not only am I going with the Dodgers on this one, I'm going on the Dodgers run line here, plus 147. I think this is a spot where they've lost the last 2 games. They're gonna come out pissed because their little brothers are beating them the last 2 games, and this is a game where I think it's gonna be a slaughter fest for the Dodgers. I can see after them losing 6-1 last night, this could be easily a 5-0 game, 7-0 game. So I like the LA Dodgers here. I like the under as well, but I like Trevor Bauer a lot. I think he's going to get the job done here. He looked really good in his last start against the San Diego Padres. Went six innings, 1 earned run, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, and left, I believe, in a tie, and then they blew the lead, and he wasn't able to get anything for it. But I'm going with the Dodgers run line here. I believe they get the job done, and I believe they get the job done in an emphatic fashion. Give me the Dodgers here. Minus 1.5 runs at plus 147. I'm adding that on to my card. All right, let's go over a recap of what we got for today, and then we're going to head on out for this video. I'm going with the over 8 runs between the Reds and the Cardinals. I'm going to actually now pass on this game. This line's moved dramatically. No action on the Cubs anymore. This line moved from a minus 102 to a minus 110. There's no value on the Cubs anymore, so I'm going to take that off my card. I bet it at plus 100 last night, but I'm not giving out as a video pick at minus 110. We're going under 8 runs between the Mets and the Nationals. We're going over 9 runs between the Angels and the Astros. We are going with the over 9 runs between the Diamondbacks and the Braves, as well as the Diamondbacks at plus 179. We're going under 10 runs between the Rockies and the Phillies. And we're going with the Dodgers on the run line versus the Padres.
I'm going to be grabbing the Kansas City Royals minus 117 now. I'm still fine with that line. Taking the Cardinals minus 119. I got the Brewers plus 100. I got the Indians plus 105 and the under 6.5 in that one. I got the Miami Marlins and I got the San Diego Padres.
Alrighty. Now let me add in my one extra play with those Dodgers.
And then add in my Cleveland Yankee under.
Alright.
But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Big shout out right now. Picks and Parleys. Check them out. Link in the description below. I'm writing articles on picksandparleys.net for Counter-Strike. And then we'll have a video coming out soon of some other information that we're going to be doing over there. But anything else, Nick?
No, that's just going to do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching as always. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's make some money. Let's cash the bets in the MLB tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.